And the jump ball goes to Trojans, I believe. Number 11, quick to move the game and passes. However, one of the players of Pelicans intercept the ball. Number 6 there with the first basket attempt for her team. However, it does not go through the net. Fortunately for her, it does end up in a foul. And the first one doesn't make it, unfortunately. The second one goes up and it makes it right through the net, ladies and gentlemen. That is the first basket of the match and for KATLEHONG Pelicans. Some great defense there shown by number 7 of KATLEHONG Pelicans. However, the shot clock must have went off as the ball is back into the hands of KATLEHONG Pelicans. The ball, however, lands out of bounds and back into the hands of the Trojans. KATLEHONG Pelicans goes straight into their defense positions. Some great defense there by number 1 of KATLEHONG Pelicans as they are trying their best to keep the ball from getting to their side of the court. However, the ball does end up there. Many attempts there by the Trojans. However, none of those attempts make it through the net. Fortunately for number 12 of the Trojans, she does get fouled and unfortunately doesn't make the first basket. The second basket has to go in as it would give the Trojans at least a tie so far in the game. And the first one unfortunately doesn't make it. Number 12 quick to rebound the ball with a basket attempt. However, the ball is back in the hands of the KATLEHONG Pelicans. KATLEHONG Pelicans trying to find a way through the defense of the Trojans, and they are coming up unsuccessful. Finally, the Trojans intercept the ball. The ball is back in the hands of the Trojans. And number 12 with a basket attempt. However, the ball ends up out of bounds as she goes beyond the line, leading the ball back into the hands of the KATLEHONG Pelicans. A long pass there to number 12 of the Trojans. However, she doesn't make the trip count as her basket attempt doesn't make it through the net. Unfortunately for the Trojans, they have nothing on the scoreboard so far. Number 1 squeezing through the defense of the Trojans with a basket attempt for her team. However, it doesn't make it through the net. Fortunately, I believe there is a foul on number 1 and she will be making a 2-shot attempt. Oh, my mistake. It is a foul on number 7 of KATLEHONG Pelicans. The first one goes up and unfortunately it doesn't make it through the net. Bounces off the rim. The second one goes up and unfortunately rolls off the rims into the hands of number 7 of the Trojans. Trojans there with a long pass. However, a great interception by number 6 of KATLEHONG Pelicans. The ball still, however, lands back into the hands of the Trojans. And an interception there by number 1 of KATLEHONG Pelicans, leading the ball into the hands of number 10. Number 10 with a shot attempt, however, it is unsuccessful. Fortunately for number 10 of KATLEHONG Pelicans, it did result in a foul, meaning that she will have a shooting 2. Number 10 with her first attempt, and unfortunately it doesn't make it through the net. Number 10 with the second one, it goes up and right through the net. It bounces off the backboard and straight through the hoop, ladies and gentlemen. Though the Trojans are quick to respond as they're going straight back into their offense. A sub there by the Trojans. They subbed in number 6. The ball is bouncing in and out of the hands of these players as they are both trying to make at least one basket for their teams. Pelicans with yet another basket for their team. Number 11 with a quick inbound to number 6. 6 trying to take the opportunity to make a basket for her team, however doesn't make it. The ball lands back into the hands of KATLEHONG Pelicans. Number 1 with a basket attempt there, however it gets rebounded by, I believe, number 10 of the Trojans. The ball lands out of bounds and back into the hands of the Trojans. Number 12 fights for the ball there and attempts to make a basket, however it doesn't make it through the net, unfortunately. Fortunately for number 12, the basket attempt did result in a foul, meaning that she will be having a shooting 2. Hopefully she can make it count as she and her team needs these 2 points. The second one goes up and right through the net, ladies and gentlemen. KATLEHONG Pelicans quick to inbound the ball. They're trying to find a way through the defense of the Trojans. Unfortunately, they cannot find an opening. Fortunately for KATLEHONG Pelicans, number 1 has been fouled and is going for a 2-shot attempt. Unfortunately, the first one doesn't make it through the net. The second one goes up and unfortunately it doesn't make it through the net as well. Fortunately for number 1, she does have a second opportunity to at least make this one count, and it doesn't make it, unfortunately. Number 1 seems to be receiving many opportunities to make at least one basket. All attempts have come up unsuccessful as none of them have made it through the hoop. Hopefully this one does go in, and unfortunately it doesn't. It bounces off the rim and right into the hands of one of the players of KATLEHONG Pelicans. Number 6 with a pass to number 11, who is inside and number 11 with a basket attempt. However, it doesn't count. And that is the end of the first quarter. So far, it has been quite a slow game. However, Pelicans are currently leading by 3 points as the score is currently 4-1 to KATLEHONG Pelicans. As we can see, both teams, both coaches are trying to give their teams a pep talk, a way to strategize for the rest of the game and hopefully bring up the scores a bit more. After a very quick first quarter, the second quarter is quick to commence with a quick inbound there by KATLEHONG Pelicans. However, the ball goes out of bounds and into the hands of the Trojans. KATLEHONG Pelicans back with the ball. Number 6 there with an attempt, however, it doesn't make it through the hoop. Many attempts have been made by both teams, however, both teams are coming out unsuccessful with every single attempt they're making. As you can see, they're trying their very best to bring up the scores as much as they possibly can. Trojans finally with the upper hand as they move the ball across to their side of the court. However, the ball slips through their hands and back into the hands of the KATLEHONG Pelicans. Number 3 quick to move the ball across the court, trying to find an opening through the defense of the Trojans. However, there is a lot of passing of the ball. Number 1 trying to squeeze through, however gets fouled by one of the players of the Trojans. And number 6 with a basket for her team. Some great defense there shown by number 6 as she tries to steal the ball. And that great defense unfortunately does end up in a foul for one of the players of the Trojans. The Trojans are quick to rebound. And number 6 with a 3-pointer for the Trojans. That is the first basket for the Trojans, ladies and gentlemen. Number 3 quick to respond to that 3-pointer with a 3-point attempt. Unfortunately doesn't make it. Number 6 quickly steals the ball and tries to pass to number 1. However, the ball slips through the hands of number 1 and landing out of bounds into the hands of the Trojans. A timeout has been called by the coach of KATLEHONG Pelicans. You can clearly see that both teams are sweating. Both teams seem to be exhausted. They are sweating. They are sitting down. However, both coaches are giving a bit of motivation, hopefully, to bring up their spirit for the rest of the game. The two teams are currently making their way back onto the court after a timeout called by the coach of KATLEHONG Pelicans. And a quick inbound there from 3-1 of KATLEHONG Pelicans to start us off after that timeout. Number 11 with a great interception of the ball there after one of the players of the Trojans tried to steal. The steal by number 11 results in a basket for her team. And luckily for number 11, she has been fouled, meaning that she has yet another opportunity to bring 2 points for their team. Unfortunately, it doesn't make it through the net. The ball has bounced in and out of the hands of these two teams. Each of their players, the ball seems to be moving all over the court, and so do the players. Number 7 with a quick attempt at a basket there. Unfortunately, it doesn't make it through the hoop. Number 11 with a smooth and easy layup there for KATLEHONG Pelicans, resulting in a 2-point for KATLEHONG Pelicans. The Trojans have been fouled. Number 10 of the Trojans has been fouled and the first one unfortunately doesn't make it in. The Trojans seems to be pulling in many fouls, as many of their trips result in fouls. However, many of the basket attempts that they have been making throughout the entire game have not been making it through the hoop. Both teams here are showing a great effort to at least bring up the score. Currently, Pelicans are leading by 4 and Trojans are in the back with only 4 points on the scoreboard. Number 1 squeezing through the defense of the Trojans with a basket attempt there. However, it doesn't make it. Unlucky. 12 with the rebound there for the Trojans, trying to find a way through the great defense of number 11. However, the defense does result in a walk by number 12, leading the ball back into the hands of the KATLEHONG Pelicans, and yet another basket made there for the KATLEHONG Pelicans by, I believe, number 9. A timeout has been called by the coach of the Trojans. We can see that the two teams are cracking under pressure, as both teams are showing great effort to bring up their scores. However, the efforts seem to be coming up unsuccessful. Each attempt they make to make a basket for their team doesn't make it through the hoop, and that might be bringing down their spirit a little bit. Many long passes here by the KATLEHONG Pelicans players. As we can see, it is clearly some kind of strategy to bring up the score and possibly confuse the players of the Trojans as the ball is moving a lot in the air. Number 6 passing to number 9. Number 9 squeezing through the defense of KATLEHONG Pelicans. However, cannot take the opportunity to make a basket for her team. The ball is still in the hands of the Trojans. And they were fighting for the ball there. However, KATLEHONG Pelicans gets the ball back. Hopefully they can make it count. Unfortunately, a great interception there by the Trojans and leading to a basket for the Trojans. And a basket there by number 6. Unfortunately for her, she has been fouled and is going for a 2-shot attempt for her team. The first one for number 6 goes up and unfortunately doesn't make it through. Seems that that was the only shot attempt she was given. And a quick inbound there by 7 to 10 for the Trojan horses. And number 9 with a basket for the Trojans. Number 6 finds herself alone, running to the hoop. Unfortunately, doesn't seize the opportunity to make a basket for her team. The ball gets stolen by the Trojans and leading the ball back into the hands of the Trojans. Unfortunately, the ball lands out of bounds and back into the hands of KATLEHONG Pelicans. And a basket there by, I believe, number 12 of the KATLEHONG Pelicans. Number 12 of the Trojans running for a layup to her hoop. Unfortunately, it doesn't make it through. The ball bounces off the rim and landing back into the hands of KATLEHONG Pelicans. A quick inbound there from 6 to 8, I believe. However, the ball still lands out of bounds. The ball is back in the hands of KATLEHONG Pelicans. KATLEHONG Pelicans passing the ball around, trying to find an open space to squeeze through the defense of Trojan horses. Unfortunately, though, there was no space. Fortunately for number 6, she does get fouled, meaning that she has an opportunity to bring up the score for her team. The first one, unfortunately, doesn't make it in. The second one goes up and unfortunately bounces off the rim. Back into the hands of number 6. And number 6 with a basket for her team, making up for the 2 lost baskets. The ball is quick to move though, and it is currently back in the hands of number 12 of the Trojan horses. Number 6 passes to number 10. 10 to 9, and 9 with a basket attempt. Unfortunately, it doesn't make it through. landing into the hands of number 6 of KATLEHONG Pelicans. Number 6 making her way to the hoop, unfortunately cannot make this trip count as the ball lands back into the hands of the Trojan horses. Number 10 quickly moving to her side of the court. Unfortunately, the trip doesn't result in a basket for the Trojan horses. The ball is back in the hands of the KATLEHONG Pelicans. Number 3 making a basket for her team, and it goes right through the net, ladies and gentlemen. And a great interception there by number 6 of KATLEHONG Pelicans. However, doesn't make it count as the ball doesn't make it through that hoop. Number 9 going alone to the hoop and makes it count, ladies and gentlemen. That is a basket for the Trojan horses. Number 3 taking the opportunity for a 3-pointer, unfortunately doesn't make it. Luckily, number 12 rebounds it. Unfortunately, the ball lands back into the hands of the Trojan horses. Number 10 quickly moving the ball to their side of the court, and a basket attempt. Many basket attempts, however, all are unsuccessful. Number 12 with a quick inbound there by the Trojan horses. And the ball somehow lands back into the hands of the KATLEHONG Pelicans. Number 1 with a great save there and passing and with a shot attempt, however it is unsuccessful. Number 3 doesn't seize the opportunity to take a 3-pointer and passes to number 12, and number 12 takes the opportunity to make a basket for her team. And finally, another basket there by number 12 of the Trojans for her team. And that is the end of yet another quarter. Both teams have shown great determination and have tried very hard to bring up the scores. and a start of another quarter for this game. A very quick inbound there by KATLEHONG Pelicans, however, a steal by Trojans. The ball currently back in the hands of the Trojans, and they are quick to move. Number 1 currently with the ball, trying to squeeze through the defense, and she does, with a basket resulting from that for her team. Number 9 trying to move the ball through the halfway mark. However, there is some challenges as KATLEHONG Pelicans is showing some great defense, though in the end she does prevail with the ball back in the hands of the Trojans. Number 9 quickly moving the ball to their side of the court, and with a shot attempt there, unfortunately it doesn't make it through. Number 11 not seizing the opportunity to take a shot, passes number 9, and 9 does seize the opportunity to make a shot. Unfortunately, it does not make it through the hoop. The Trojans are really trying to bring up the score as the Pelicans are currently leading. And number 7 with a shot attempt there. Unfortunately, it doesn't make it through the hoop. The ball is back in the hands of KATLEHONG Pelicans. Number 9 passing to 9. Number 11 passing to 9. Unfortunately, 9 cannot execute, and the basket does not make it through. The ball is back in the hands of the Trojans, and they are quick to move the ball. Number 10 making a quick and easy layup and a basket for her team. And a basket there by number 11 of KATLEHONG Pelicans, bringing up their score by yet another 2 points, making it harder for the Trojans to catch up the score. And number 11 with yet another basket for KATLEHONG Pelicans. A long pass there to number 7 of the Trojans. Unfortunately, the ball does slip through her hands, leading the ball back into the hands of KATLEHONG Pelicans. Number 1 quickly moving the ball through the court and making a shot attempt. Unfortunately, it doesn't make it through the net. Fortunately for number 1, though the basket was not successful, she does have an opportunity with a foul shot attempt. The first one, unfortunately, it doesn't make it through the net. The second one goes up and through the net, ladies and gentlemen. It bounces off the backboard and directly into the net. Though the game is quick to move with a quick inbound by the Trojans. A steal there by number 1 of KATLEHONG Pelicans and a basket for her team. Though KATLEHONG Pelicans is leading, this will not deter the spirit of the Trojans, as they are quick to move the game and make as many attempts for a basket as they possibly can. Number 1 with yet another attempt. Unfortunately, it doesn't make it in. Fortunately, number 11 was there to rebound and make yet another basket for her team. Some great defense shown there by number 11 of KATLEHONG Pelicans, slowing down the ball, and number 6 slowing down the ball of number 6. KATLEHONG Pelicans is putting pressure and showing great defense. A long pass there to number 9. Unfortunately, a whistle was blown by one of the refs, and the ball is currently in the hands of the Trojans. A full sub there by the coach of KATLEHONG Pelicans. I don't know if maybe it's a strategy to bring up their score a bit more. The ball is back in the hands of KATLEHONG Pelicans, and a quick inbound there to quickly move the ball, and the ball rolls inside the rim and straight through the net. A basket made by number 6 of KATLEHONG Pelicans. Trojans trying to bring up the score, trying to make a counter attack with every basket made by KATLEHONG Pelicans. Unfortunately, they are coming up unsuccessful with each attempt they make. A timeout has been called by the coach of the Trojans. Can clearly see that the coach is cracking under pressure as Pelicans is leading by a great amount. This will hopefully give the coach an opportunity to motivate his team so that they can bring up the score and at least get a tie, since we are only in the third quarter of the match. Before the timeout was called, a foul was made on number 12 of KATLEHONG Pelicans, and she's making her first shot. The first one, unfortunately, doesn't make it through the net. It bounces off the rim and doesn't make it through the net, unfortunately. The second one goes up and unfortunately doesn't make it in. The ball is back in the hands of the Trojans. Hopefully the timeout has given them a opportunity to strategize, find a way forward in order to attempt to bring up their score, as KATLEHONG Pelicans is currently leading. Number 6 with a shot attempt there, unfortunately doesn't make it in. And a rebound by number 7, luckily leading the ball back in the hands of the Trojans. And number 10 is quick to move with a shot attempt there. Unfortunately, it doesn't make it in. Number 12 with the ball, running to the hoop for a layup, unfortunately gets blocked by number 9. And number 6 with a basket for her team. Number 11 trying to bring up the score as much as she possibly can with every attempt. Number 6 with yet another 3-point attempt. Unfortunately, it doesn't make it in. Rolls inside the rim and bounces out. The ball is back in the hands of the Trojan Horses, and they are quick to react after a full sub out by the coach of KATLEHONG Pelicans. And number 11 with a basket there for her team, KATLEHONG Pelicans. The score keeps on climbing and climbing for KATLEHONG Pelicans, making it harder for the Trojan Horses to try and catch up. Number 1 slipping through the defense of the Trojans and making a basket for her team. There has been yet another timeout called by the coach of the Trojans. And a quick inbound there by the Trojans to start us off after a timeout called by the coach of the Trojan Horses. The many passes by the Trojans lead to a steal, and number 1 makes yet another basket for her team. And number 7 quick to react after a quick inbound by the Trojans and stealing the ball with a basket for her team. And a shot there finally by number 9 of the Trojans, hopefully giving them enough motivation to keep on playing, keep on pushing, try bring up the score. And a great interception of the ball there by number 7, and a long pass to number 9. Unfortunately, number 3 intercepts the ball, leading the ball straight into the hands of number 11 of KATLEHONG Pelicans. Many attempts there by number 11, unfortunately all did not make it into the net. There were many attempts there by KATLEHONG Pelicans, however all of them did not make it through the net. It is the score is currently 49-18 to KATLEHONG Pelicans. The two teams are currently showing some sportsmanship to show
Uh, okay. Great game, coach, from Thomas and the girls. How do you feel about their performance today for winning this title?
I'm so much happy. I'm so much delighted. They brought the A game. The challenge from Sidibeng was quite good. Congratulations to the coaches. But my team has worked very hard and for this title, and I'm so much happy for it.
Do we see them defending it next season?
Definitely, definitely. You see, I've thrown in some young under 14s. I'm hoping that next year they're gonna come back and then make and carry on and defend the title. Yes.
That's good. I'm here with.
Sakani.
Great game from you guys and securing the title this season. How do you feel about your performance?
We are so happy. We worked very hard. It was a tough season, I don't wanna lie, but we pushed ourselves to our best and we are so happy. Yeah, we are actually glad we have like coaches that care about us and they kept us pushing even though it was hard. Yes.
Do we see y'all keeping the title next season as well?
Of course, definitely. We're gonna keep pushing.
No, thank you all very much. Thank you all for the taste.
Thank you.